Let's see. Do we have levels? Do we have levels? Good. Do we have distortion? Maybe. I don't know. So the mic was a little hot last time, so there was a bit of distortion that made it into the mix. But I still see Yeti Nano in here, and let's actually see if let's run the risk of a little bit of echo. Just see one thing here. Last time, so there was a bit of distortion that made it into the mix. But I still see Yeti Nano in here, and let's actually see if let's run the risk of a little bit of echo. Just see one thing here. Last time, so there was a bit of distortion. That'll continue forever if I don't hit stop on it. Good. Hopefully this takes care of everything. I just can't hear anything. I can't hear anything with this without turning it way up. Okay, so we'll just have to adjust the levels as we should, just as long as I'm not so quiet that the noise gate's blocking me out here. So let's just check it one more time here. The levels as we should, just as long as I'm not so quiet that the noise gate's blocking me out here. So let's just check it one more time here. Okay, that's enough. What is up, everybody? This is Jay, aka MultimediaJay, sneaking on here once again in the middle of the night. And we're just going to have a little bit of a discussion about some stuff related to Twitch, as well as misconceptions people have about getting into streaming if they are Twitchbowled. So the companion blog entry that accompanies this discussion is live on multimediajay.wordpress.com. I wrote two rather cynical blog entries, one of them about Blizzard breaking World of Warcraft right in time for Shadowlands' launch, and now we need to talk a little bit about Twitch. Twitch, the Twitch affiliate program, as well as people grinding to affiliate. Just some stuff from last week, because I'm at the point right now where I'm at 2.8 or 2.9 versus a requirement of 3 concurrent viewers. So I don't know if I want to use the smartphone trick, which is a thing where you run your smartphone on a data plan, so it's a different IP address, and that counts as a concurrence, and you just get this nonsense over with, or something along those lines. So I don't know if I want to do that, or perhaps reductio ad absurdum illustrate just how ridiculous Twitch is towards new people. It's insane. I'm actually very seriously thinking of starting a stream on Twitch. First off, I'm here on YouTube specifically because it's wee hours of the morning, and the only time I see any real concurrence is in the PM hours. And so another dumb thing is that I want to stream more video games. I said I want to take the channel in a more gaming-focused direction to play into Twitch's strong points and what they advertise and what people in the chat actually say that I should do. There's actually people that want to see me stream video games, but if I don't know for certain that I'm going to get any concurrence, there's no point in streaming. And there's no point in doing anything new and exciting over there, but just keep on having stuff to react to or news stories to talk about, because I've seen people actually watch those, but get even more ridiculous over on Twitch and cut a stream, hard cut it after about 20 minutes if nobody shows up. Or better yet, hard cut a stream and cancel all the discussion afterwards if the concurrents fall below 3. So if some people stop by, cool, cut the stream when they leave. See how ridiculous this gets. Because that is the unintended consequences of Twitch's lone emphasis on concurrence and the way in which Twitch poisons its own platform because of this crap. Twitch is in a world of its own sometimes. I mean, I'm looking today at, and of course that's why I call it the Twitchbowl Effect. People get fishbowled by this like nobody's business here. Here is the latest from one of the desperation groups of people trying to get viewers. Yet another streamer who is so close to affiliate status. Please follow me. Please help me get my 3 concurrents. That's all I need. Da 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 da. Nobody's watching me. I tune in to a VOD, and it's somebody who can't even get their internet in line. They're constantly bugging out, pixelating all over the place. The stream keeps cutting out. I mean, if you're not willing to put on a proper show, you don't deserve an audience. If you can't be bothered to take a look at the technical problems with streaming or make YouTube videos until your internet works properly, or you are off of flaky Wi-Fi and on a solid wired connection, You don't deserve an audience. If you don't care about your audience isn't going to care about you. So don't go crying on Twitter about how you're so close but can't get affiliates when you can't even put on a proper show. And this is why it is such a gratuitous insult that I'm lumped in with these people. Because I don't have those problems. I have everything going through a wired connection, have more than enough upload, download bandwidth. I'm streaming in 1080, 60 when it's a game. I am not... It's an insult that Twitch's systems are so broken that I have to be lumped in with people like this. But that's Twitch. This is the part of Twitch that people don't tell you about. And not even the Twitch commentators are going to give you a good answer on this. Because, let's face it, the Twitch commentators are part of the problem. These are people who want to, in the name of growing their own followings, avoid the rise of potential competition. It's a problem. And these are the people who facilitate and they reinforce the bad attitudes when it comes to YouTube, or when it comes to YouTube. That YouTube is a means to an end. That it's not a platform to take seriously on its own right, on its own merit. And so they come in and they play the meta game, whatever's popular. Like they'll do some stuff with, say, with like crappy thumbnails and stuff. Oblivious and in refusing to acknowledge, let's change some fans here. Oblivious and refusing to acknowledge, yeah, the other fans got some making some noise. Hold on a second. Turn off the down fan.
Sorry, it looks like that device hasn't been set up yet.
Hold on a second. Stupid computers as usual. Turn off the down fan.
All right, turning down fan off.
Thank you.
Happy to help.
Ever since Google rolled out sensitivity adjustments to the Google speakers, I often get the impression that mine aren't sensitive enough. And yet, half the time I say the trigger word, so to speak, I'm not going to trip anyone's speakers here. Half the time I say the trigger word, so to speak, I get multiple speakers firing off at the same time. So, let's link the browser, and let's talk about why Twitch is poisoning their own platform. Oh, it went straight to it. Maybe this has been fixed finally. All right, so let's take a look at this. Twitch stands alone in a lot of areas. One of them is an emphasis on concurrent viewers. This emphasis on concurrent viewers makes it into the culture. And so as a result, the way Twitch streamers talk about each other and whatnot, they'll often reference who's watching, 0 viewer Andy, 5 viewer Andy, whatever it is. And fundamentally, this emphasis on concurrence is unique to Twitch. Twitch has it, YouTube doesn't, even though they're streaming on YouTube. Facebook doesn't, even though there is streaming on Facebook. Or even though there's... Yeah, so... But the key difference between these two, and let's actually go down these line items one more time. The first bullet point is the follower or the click a button thing. Follower, subscribers on YouTube, followers on Facebook and Twitch. If you keep at it long enough, people come along and they like you, they're going to click the button. So you will eventually get the 50 followers, the 1,000 subscribers, or the 100 followers. That's the sort of thing where you can just put in the time and get the work done and do well enough that people do that. Then you have your time metrics. So, stream time on several different days, and then 4 hours stream time on 2 different days. Then you have age of majority and stuff over on Facebook as the other stuff. But what's missing is a concurrent requirement. And then public watch hours mean that basically means build up enough content on YouTube that in the span of a 12-month period, the equivalent of, you get 4,000 public watch hours from people watching your stuff. Binge watching, stopping by, watching the new stuff, things along those lines. The key difference in all of these, whether it's click a button on bullet point 1 or time on 2, is that you can eventually have enough content and be known to enough people to get there. It's possible to build up to that, even if it's baby steps at a time. Where Twitch is specific is with concurrence. And concurrent viewers is a misnomer. It's actually 3 concurrents. I should really update this slide. That means an average of 1 person watching you for the entire time that you stream. Way harder to get than views on YouTube. Way harder. To get a concurrent on Twitch, when looking at it after the fact like this, you're talking about 1 person who has to watch you from start to finish. And this is where we get all the unintended consequences. This is where you get people talking about, oh, I support some of my friends by putting their streams on and then, you know, just leaving them running off in this and stuff along those lines. And I just think, you know, if this concurrent thing wasn't there, nobody would do that crap. Because then you would just have, you know, stream enough, get established enough, get 50 followers, and become an affiliate. That's what I would do if I was Twitch, by the way. I would drop the concurrent requirement from affiliate. Maybe if you want, keep it on partner. But considering Twitch is the worst platform out of all 3 of these for even letting you have concurrence in the first place, I'd say there's something to be said there. We talk about Twitch, and the people that aren't as into technology will say Twitch has no discoverability. Or Twitch has, you know, you can't get discovered on Twitch. You can't grow on Twitch. You can hear all the arguments ad nauseum until you've got to memorize ice cold, like I do. What none of these commentators are going to tell you is why. Why is Twitch's discoverability so terrible? No, they might reference the category system or something, or, oh, if you play a certain game, you know, everybody's playing the game, nobody can find you in the directory. That's an easy one, though. But that's another thing that is specific to Twitch, is the category system and just how much it affects you. To say nothing of one of the biggest complaints from Twitch partners is that Twitch seems to bias towards playing popular games instead of streaming whatever you want. So all those people playing Among Us right now, you have people that are actually getting depressed on stream, abruptly hard-cutting the stream. People are worried about them. Oh yeah, the drama got a little too much in Among Us. Wow. Drama got a little too high in Among Us now, didn't it? Why play Among Us? Among Us is actually one of the worst games you can play as a streamer because it can out your personality if you really are that conniving and, you know, a conniving backstabber. You'll get too into it and your personality will slip. The persona drops, the real you shows up on camera. I've seen some people do that. They've gotten better at it since then, but there's some people that have shown sides of themselves that they probably should not have shown as a result of playing Among Us. But getting back to Twitch affiliate, this whole thing with Twitch, did this graph freeze or something? Yes. Yet another screwball thing with YouTube's live control room numbers. They work on stuff so much that it's a work in progress a lot. It's quite alright though, because number 1, concurrents don't matter on YouTube. Number 2, every one of my YouTube streams doubles as a video, and it's made to double as a video. So, who cares? Okay, the graph's working again. Cool. But that's what I do as Twitch, you know. I don't know if Twitch really understands the kinds of unintended consequences they have because of this. This is why there's things like follow for follow, which, by the way, on YouTube has been banned as a form of spam or video spam. But I would drop the concurrent requirement, and I would just say 50 followers, X amount of time, and basically pursue parity with Facebook Level Up. And the way to do that is to drop concurrent. Maybe you can keep a concurrent requirement for partner, but the unintended consequences are ridiculous. You really have to put yourself in the shoes of a Twitch rookie to see why this makes no sense whatsoever. And that's why I talked about what I talked about in the blog entry. MultimediaJay.wordpress.com. Twitch's emphasis on concurrence sabotages new streamers. There's a lot of things unique to Twitch. Their culture, the way the emotes are used, haha, pog you. The emphasis on stuffy exclusivity in the affiliate program, the emphasis on concurrence, emphasis on the last one this time. Twitch is the lone wolf of the 3 major platforms with any emphasis on concurrence at all. See? But in this blog entry, I actually go into a lot of ways in which you actually will be told by people, don't stream as much, make YouTube videos. But this is the paradox of just what Twitch affiliate and the concurrent requirement has really done to what would otherwise be happy, growing streamers on the platform. Instead, you have these turbulent people who are upset that their stream isn't growing. And some of it might be because of technical issues or other stuff like what I talked about earlier. But the way it works with content creation is it's the beginning of a death cycle. If you're constantly upset about stuff, your audience will catch on in no time that you're not having fun anymore. Same thing, too, if you do like a plastic smile. It's pretty easy to see when somebody's heart isn't in what it is that they're doing anymore. So why would you want to bake in this concurrent requirement that leads to promising streamers becoming upset and either they stop streaming or they upset their audience because, misery loves company? When you have somebody, for example, who's really good at extemporaneous speaking, who has nobody watching their stream, what do you do with that? So it's just ridiculous. Twitch is the only platform with an emphasis on concurrence. They really need to drop this. Because, first off, put yourself in the shoes of somebody who's getting into streaming, all right? So Twitch has pretty much a near master brand status when it comes to streaming. If you get into streaming, you're probably going to do something with Twitch at some point here and there. And this is something I talk about with the blog entry. If you get into Twitch, then you're probably interested in streaming. But one of two things happens as you stream to nobody, or you don't make the requirements for affiliate. Particularly the concurrent one. Because remember, you are not in control of your own destiny when it comes to concurrence. People have to know to tune in, they have to want to tune in, they have to stick around. So, your hard work now no longer matters, because concurrence, you could have a technical issue, people don't get the notifications, or you're streaming at a different time when nobody's watching. So you're not going to get your concurrence. You're going to stream yourself into oblivion, get upset about Twitch, and then quit. So, here's the thing with that. Get into streaming, you find out it's fun. The sooner, you're going to be running on a hamster wheel until you figure out exactly what the problem is with concurrence, especially when you're trying to get Twitch affiliate. The emphasis on concurrence represents a direct intimidation and a talent funnel from Twitch to YouTube. Let's put everything back on the screen here. So, when you're first getting started, maybe you can go to Facebook and you get monetized the quickest, because Facebook has the most rookie-friendly level up program versus YouTube partner and Twitch affiliate. They also have that music license, which looks really interesting for games, but probably has the added effect of helping to keep content on Facebook, because you'd have to worry about content ID if you went to YouTube, or DMCA if you sent it to Twitch afterwards. So in terms of locking people into a platform, that's how you do it, as opposed to the Twitch affiliate and the stuffy contracts and stuff. But let's say, the real names thing bothers you about Facebook. There you go. The real name thing bothers you with Facebook. So you're left with YouTube and Twitch as the big platforms to get started on. You're already making videos on YouTube because the talking heads told you to do so. I'm curious if any of these commentators are ever going to acknowledge that YouTube streaming is a thing, and when you're verified with like phone verification and stuff like that, you can PC stream right from the get-go. It's only mobile streaming that requires 1,000 subscribers, or any kind of requirements. Rookies can start out with PC streams, so you can get into streaming in the comfort of your own home, and no emphasis on concurrence. So that's really the red pill, so to speak, to reference the Matrix here. The purple pill is, I'm going to grind away and maybe I'll get somewhere someday. But let's take a look at what makes Twitch Twitch. What makes them unique? Twitch is unique in their emphasis on concurrence, which poisons everything for a new streamer. And Twitch is also unique in just how much the platform is centered around live streaming. They've had chances to try and flesh out their platform more to be more of a competitor to YouTube and Facebook, with things other than streaming to be interested in over there. But they never develop the technology. I actually recently made a collection over on Twitter, or over on Twitch, of all the Play Some Stuff videos that I uploaded in 2016. One thing I ran into with uploads back when Twitch was letting everybody use uploads instead of just affiliates and stuff. But even affiliates and partners, if they use uploads, really, you know, they're probably going to run into the same problems, because if you go browsing uploads, look for older videos. See when the cutoff is for certain games with results when you go trying to browse uploads. Remember, you can't, if you're Joe Rando out there, you cannot search for someone's video if you don't know what it is. You would have to find somebody's Twitch upload through the browse menu. So when you go to a category and you browse uploads, and number one, it takes too many clicks just to get to uploads in the first place. Number two, you browse the directory and find that the cutoff is like a couple of days, and then you can't get any more results. That basically means the algorithm completely stops ignoring you and the algorithm ignores you and blows you off once the video is more than X amount of time old. And Twitch reinforced this when they added lifespans for VODs. One of their justifications for doing so is that most of the traffic was within 2 weeks. The part they didn't say is that if most of the interest in your video after the fact is within 2 weeks, that's a problem with the algorithms and user-based conditioning. People don't know to use Twitch for evergreen stuff, and at the same time, the system is making your video disappear. Unlike on YouTube, where you can get surprised months or years down the road when an old video you have gets more views and it starts getting comments again, people start subbing to you again because of it. But that's the algorithms circling back around and trying to introduce your video to a new audience. That doesn't happen on Twitch. So, because of this, Twitch is near laser focused on live stuff. And as a result, they've got the concurrent requirements for things. But because of all of this, the weaknesses of live streaming are in play on Twitch more than they're in play on YouTube. Concurrence and the limitations of concurrence are the big one there. People are going to watch you if they're online, and if they know about you, and if they know that you're live in the first place. So, and therefore, doesn't matter how good the content is, if nobody gets the notification, they don't watch you. If they're not online at the same time, they don't watch you. If they're asleep, they don't watch you. You make the best content in the world, you can have the best stream in the world, nobody watches it, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how hard you work. Doesn't matter how good it is. Doesn't matter how good of a streamer you are. Broadcast at the wrong time or to the wrong people, and you will get downplayed, deflected, and deadpanned. So, you're no longer in control of your own destiny. As opposed to over on YouTube, where you make enough videos that the algorithms eventually pass you around to a regular audience, and you get everything you need to become a partner. Although I think this 12-month thing is probably too long. So, you're grinding away on Twitch for Twitch affiliate, trying to get any concurrence on a platform that is infamous for not being big enough to give people a proper audience. As we've noted with the ratios of watch hours versus stream hours, Twitch has the worst by a very large margin. So the mathematics are not in your favor, the platform is not in your favor, the algorithms are not in your favor, and the user-based conditioning is not in your favor in terms of getting discovered on Twitch. All of these things contribute to people getting nowhere. I actually checked Twitch before I went live tonight on YouTube. Some of the affiliates who were celebrating 50 concurrents a couple of weeks ago have dwindled back down to 20 or 15 or what have you. So, there's a partner, the partner I mentioned, who did some bad things with people's personal data when someone donoed to them. They have a negative trend line for the year as well. So the only way they had any kind of consistent viewership was when there was drama and controversy with their name on it. which is not a recipe for long-term success, because people get over that stuff. And if you don't bring anything to the table besides people were mad at you, then you're a flash in a pan. Maybe a slow-burning flash in a pan, but you will come and go. So, lot to think about here. Now let's look at Twitch affiliate from the perspective, or the grind to affiliate, from the perspective of a brand new streamer. You got into streaming and decided you liked it. You got some things working in OBS, thought you were cool for doing that. You want to do more of it, but you shouldn't. The more streaming you do, unless it helps you advance your way to affiliate or partner later on, it's not worth it. So you need to know what works, you need to know what people actually watch, and you need to know when people actually tune in order to make progress. Otherwise, you will keep constantly going back and forth, you'll never get it. So here you are. You got this nice new hobby that you really like, but it is detrimental half the time for you to do it. Now, what do you need in order to become a better streamer? Practice. You need to learn from other creators. You need to find your way around OBS. You need to do this. You need to do that. You have to do a lot of stuff. You need to practice and get better. How is that going to happen if you are deterred from streaming because you figured out that Twitch's concurrent viewer requirements basically mean that you should not be streaming if you can't know for a fact that that stream is going to help you progress? Unintended consequence, and a really stupid one. If Twitch actually wants to develop streamers into the future of the platform, that can't exist. Therefore, the concurrent requirement for Twitch affiliate needs to go. It is absolute poison to their ability to get new talent interested in streaming. So what happens when the old talent leaves, retires, gets scared away by DMCA, gets banned, things along those lines? Or maybe they find out that YouTube is a more interesting platform and they platform switch, like Valkyrie, whose concurrents have jumped up notably simply because of the stronger platform, stronger search technology, etc. She plays the same games as Pokimane, sometimes the same Among Us lobbies. Big difference in the concurrents. That's the platform on display here. So, what would be interesting, although it would probably breach the contracts to do this, Pokimane and Valkyrie basically guesting on each other's streams or something, kind of using each other's setups for a day and seeing what the numbers look like. I'd be very curious about that. Probably will never happen because of the exclusivity deals involved, but I'm very curious what would happen if Pokimane was on Valkyrie's setup and Valkyrie was on Pokimane's setup for a day, and then they compared each other's numbers to see what the platform difference is in terms of concurrence. Because I'm sure there's crossover between the two. They're friends and roommates, so it's just a matter of I'm very curious about YouTube versus Twitch on that matter. Of course, there's contracts involved, so that'll never happen. But there you go. Unintended consequences. You're just getting into streaming, but it's not a good thing to stream. You're going to be constantly undercutting your own success by taking steps backward on the progression to 3 concurrents, or you are going to... So you're either going to undercut yourself or you're going to sabotage yourself, one of those two. So you're either going to hurt yourself going to affiliate, or you're going to sabotage... You're going to sabotage... Wait a minute. Why is that a both and? That's the same thing. It's regardless, it's bad. So... Yeah, so you can get the click on something thing. That's easy. Put in the time, and then you have this to worry about. Unique versus YouTube. So, we talked earlier about a talent funnel. How would that work? Well, here's how it works. You don't know what works yet on Twitch, so you don't stream on Twitch. You stream on YouTube. You also make videos as well to you get some background in making after-the-fact videos and compare the skills and experiences between the two. But you start seeing maybe some extra concurrence or something on YouTube, you take it back to Twitch. Basically, the streaming version of what the talking heads tell you to do. Except instead of making YouTube videos and sending everything back to Twitch, you're actually streaming. So you can get in the practice and you can experiment and you can do all kinds of stuff over on YouTube because there's no affiliate thing. There's no affiliate goal to undercut yourself with. And YouTube is strong enough as an evergreen platform that your streams, if you make them like YouTube videos, can help you with the progress towards 4,000 public watch hours. Videos are probably more direct and to the point, and you can craft them a lot better and usually make them higher quality than most streams where you're winging it live. But one of the fun things is, because there's no live requirement like the 3 concurrent viewer thing, you can just keep adding stuff in. And you can have content that advances you a little at a time, maybe even baby steps, but eventually get to 4,000. You can't get that with a concurrence. If 3 people are not watching you, you don't get it. And if there's ever a time when 3 people aren't watching you, it's not worth it to stream. So if you're streaming, your concurrence drop, you should shut off the stream, because continuing will not help you. Unintended consequences. And this is at a time when you're just getting into streaming, you like it, you want to do more of it, you want to practice and get better. You may not have a lot of viewers because you're not very good at streaming, but how are you going to get better at streaming when, if you aren't making progress on your goal of concurrence, on your progress to affiliate or, partner or whatnot? We'll just say affiliate because that's the big one that we're focusing on here. How are you going to get the practice in? And this is where people figure out the shortcomings of Twitch's lone emphasis on concurrence, and they practice on YouTube. They build a community on YouTube, and maybe they take it back to Twitch later on and say, okay, I'm going to do this stuff on Twitch. Come check out what I'm doing. Or you find something that works on Twitch, and then that's all you do until you get affiliate. So your content is limited. It's almost like raiding in World of Warcraft, where you had progression raids and you had the other raids for like gearing alts and stuff. What's your progression content as a budding streamer? Twitch. You will only stream what will actually help you advance once you know what that is on Twitch. Everything else, YouTube. PC stream on YouTube. Everything else. And so you get to the point where you start noticing, I'm doing a lot more experimentation on YouTube. I'm streaming a lot more on YouTube. Why am I doing this on Twitch? Oh, I just want to get affiliate and be done with it. Or maybe you stream on Facebook, get partnered there first, and then work on Twitch affiliate and YouTube partner at the same time afterwards. So, yeah, I mean, bottom line, creators have options. But what's unique again about Twitch is the concurrent thing, and also the negative impact on your interest in your new hobby, and then others will reinforce this. So, you want to become a better streamer? Well, you can't practice on Twitch because that won't help you get affiliate. You want to be okay. You want to try new ideas that your audience will be interested in? Do them on YouTube. So, at what point does Twitch become the sidecar? That's the thing. And let's say you get affiliate, though. Let's say you get affiliate. And it's all over. You're working on YouTube partner now. You already have your Facebook level up, and you have Twitch affiliate. You just can't multi-stream because it's Twitch affiliate. So you're working on your YouTube now for YouTube partner because it's the biggest of the requirements in terms of 12 months and 4,000 public watch hours and stuff. So you get your Twitch affiliate. If you get more concurrence or more consistent concurrence on YouTube, so you can see people come and go more regularly on YouTube, why would you stream on Twitch, even though you got affiliate? So that's the thing. Or you could push to partner if you want, with your 75 concurrent requirement and other stuff. But this is all stuff that you got to think about. But the big issue here is people that are getting into streaming, they start on Twitch. Mistake number one. They don't know about the audience ratio. They don't know about the technical issues. They don't know about this, that, or the other, or the lack of a proper alternative to DMCA for copyright issues like Content ID. They do all this other stuff, and they undercut their ability to develop as streamers, specifically because they're Twitch grinding. That's the world we live in. And that's why I talked about what it was that I talked about in the blog entry. With Twitch's unique emphasis on concurrence, if you're not at where you need to be or where you want to be, such as affiliate or partner, it is not worth it to stream unless you know it'll help you advance towards your goals. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't stream video games on Twitch last night. Chores were done. I want to take the Twitch channel in a more gaming-focused direction, but I didn't think that the stream would help me get affiliate. I'm at 2.8 or 2.9 most of the time with the concurrence. Don't want to get knocked back to 2.7, 2.6, things like that. So I know that people watch PM hours when talking about the multimedia meta. So why not just do that until I get affiliate? So this is content that is being funneled away from Twitch onto YouTube. Discussions like this. And I'm eliminating the middleman in this matter, because I used to do stuff like this. For a while with the radio style show over on Twitch, I was like, you know what? If nobody watches on Twitch, who cares? I'm making a YouTube video. I'll use the export feature and send it over. Well, here we are on YouTube doing the same thing with less steps. Well, not less steps per se, but less platforms involved. So I can just edit out all the dull bits, make a video out of it, convert it to a YouTube video. Not hard to do whatsoever. And there's more robust options for editing and everything on YouTube than there is on Twitch. So why stream if it doesn't help you progress? The more people figure this out, the more they're going to realize that they're going to end up with most of their content being on YouTube, even as streamers. Then what with Twitch? And how does Twitch fix this? Eliminate the concurrent requirement for affiliate. If they need to beef up the stream on X amount of days or a certain amount of hours, fine. But all of this exists as an unintended consequence of the concurrent requirement for affiliate. The thing that was frustrating people, that people sounded off about when the Monster Cat affiliate deal fell through. All that stuff. And so this is where it gets reductio ad absurdum for me. This is where I may have days where I start a stream and hard cut the stream and say, nope, not enough viewers, goodbye. And same thing, too, where I may actually not talk about the stuff that I want to talk about because it won't help me get affiliate. The viewers are too low. Or I could do the smartphone trick and then have bot dashboard viewer 1. You get credit for watching your stream once, viewer 2, smartphone viewer 3. But why should it take stuff like that just to get your foot in the door on Twitch at something that is supposed to be really easy to get? Just get into streaming to the point where you can get some form of audience and become an affiliate. Why does it have to be like this? Be sure to check out the blog entry for the rest of my views on all of this. Also, I made a similar one about problems at World of Warcraft on the eve of Shadowlands' launch. But it is absolutely something you got to think about. When you get into streaming, Twitch cannot be your everything because of that concurrent thing. Twitch absolutely cannot be the center of your focus. And this, I think, is really what distracts new talent away from Twitch in the first place. Yeah, there's some idiots out there that don't know any better, and they're just going to, Twitch, it's the best, and they're never going to be objective about it. Yes, that's going to be a thing. But I can't recommend Twitch to new people anymore, because the only thing that's worth it on Twitch, if you want to become an affiliate, you can actually become a veteran streamer by streaming on YouTube. You can practice on YouTube, learn how it works on YouTube, and there's no concurrent requirements, so you never have to be bothered by that. So you can work on being your best, being the best you, so to speak, and doing your best stream. There's no distraction because of the concurrent requirements or anything you might be worried about with a path to affiliate. Real serious stuff that Twitch needs to take a look at. Because as YouTube becomes more established as a streaming platform, we're going to see more people figure this out, and then Twitch is going to be in trouble. Because what's the point? Twitch is the sort of platform, maybe if you're that interested in Twitch, you check it out. But you don't need Twitch to get established as a streamer. You don't need Twitch to learn how to use OBS or get your practice in or anything of that sort. You can save Twitch for maybe if you see something that seems to work on YouTube and you find out it works on Twitch, and then you do only that, and only during times when people are watching, and only if the concurrents are high enough. It gets stupid at times because you're like, okay, not enough people are watching, bye. You do that enough to make it look stupid. But what all of this represents is how new streamers get totally hosed by Twitch. Whoa, hiccups. New streamers get totally hosed by Twitch. Big time. You have commentators saying, oh yeah, your stream's not growing because you can't grow on Twitch. But then you take an objective look at things. Twitch needs to stop undercutting its rookies like this. And I don't care if it means a more stringent requirements outside of concurrence for Twitch affiliate. But at this point, the concurrent requirement does more harm than good. And as YouTube gets more established as a streaming platform, more people are going to figure this out. And the new talent getting established as streamers is going to dry up on Twitch. And that is a demographics problem. I'm sure there are numerous people at Twitch that don't want to have that happen. Social media is youtube.com/MultimediaJay, twitter.com/MultimediaJay, twitch.tv/MultimediaJay, multimediajay.wordpress.com, and MultimediaJay TV on Instagram. So here's what's next. I have reason to believe that we are going to get absolutely fleeced at the 9 to 5 this week. Probably overtime Monday night and Tuesday night, and then an early night on Wednesday because of Thanksgiving. There's no such thing as time and a half this week because of the lack of hours worked, so I imagine there's people that are trying to take full advantage of that. We're not one of those facilities where everything drops off around the holidays. It's usually the opposite. We get fleeced and basically used because the brass knows that we're not going to be able to get enough hours to get time and a half. So slam away 10 hours a night. I don't plan on doing very much other than working and sleeping this week. Maybe YouTube videos, and this will definitely be my last stream until before the Thanksgiving break. We got some stuff to catch up on with regards to converting streams over on YouTube and bringing stuff over from Twitch. Also some videos. But I think videos are going to be where it's at for the foreseeable future for me. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay signing off. Thanks for stopping by.